and with the okay, so I'm live on Facebook. I'm doing it as a close-up shot rather from the aerial view, as there was some problems that we were experiencing here.
Okay.
Okay, so
I want to see if I can pick that up and share it.
okay. Mm-hmm. All righty. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to you. Hey, Pat. I know Pat has been waiting. Pat, I'm so sorry. We were challenged earlier, but I'm working from another, not the same platform, but through a different connection. So, how are you? You're seeing me nice and close up, right? Yeah. So, welcome, my Pat. Are you hearing me nice and clear? Pat, let me know you are, the lady in my corner. So let me know if you're hearing me nice and clear, and we can keep it rolling here on the show Inside the Zone with Lady D. Hello, everybody. It is now 4 minutes after 6 o'clock. Chris Wilby has joined me. Are you hearing me nice and clear, Pat? Let me know. And so. Oh, nice. Okay, wonderful. She says loud and clear. I'm happy to know that. So, we're going to be getting into our segment this afternoon. As I mentioned earlier, those of you who want to get into our discussion, why do we're Black people in Jamaica still bleaching? That's a part of our community live discussion this afternoon. And I don't know about you, but it concerns me, because the more you see it, it's the more troubling it appears. I'm not lying. It looks odd. It looks strange. Odd. It looks strange. Okay, I'm nice and clear there. All right. Yes, and the more we do it, it's the more we realize, oh my, something is not happening right here, man. So we're going to get into that. So until Chris Wilby returns with me, I do have some more music for you. And then right after that, we will start our discussion here on a Monday, because in the Monday Drive, there's so much to do. And while we're doing all that we're doing, you're keeping my company and I am keeping yours. So now I can talk to you close up, and have a little thing going on. So, Pat, share with your friends and your family, and, let everybody know that we have a hot topic coming up, and they don't want to miss that hot topic at all, at all, at all. So, I am, Mr. Wilby, are you back?
I am here.
Oh, I thought you were I'm rambling away because I thought you needed to do something. Are you back on the YouTube?
Um, no, I'm trying to send me the you want to send me the
Oh, yes, I can. Oh, I didn't. It came up. All right. So let me do that for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, while we are out here, busy. Oh, how we can know how to multitask and do the thing and do it right. Okay, so I'm sending it out into all of the groups that I have here, Chris. So you shall be getting it momentarily. And let me know once you receive it. You are supposed to be in my C group or something like that.
I got it.
Wonderful. So see here now. Things happening for us. Chris will be things happening. Yes, I'm a little close up now. They're not seeing me just from a distance.
Ooh.
They're seeing me
Yeah,
now.
you look pretty today.
Man, hallelujah.
You need to have more of these close-up shots. I guess you're gonna get more requests on these close-up shots.
Of course. Yes.
I love this one. I love this.
See there now. I look decent, don't it? Mm.
You look cute.
Me look cute. Oh my word.
Yeah.
Okay. Pat says she loved the close-up look too. All right. Thank you. All right. All right. So let's get in with it. Chris, are we ready? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Keeping You in the Know with News, Happenings, and Facts. Time is far spent. So we start the segment this way as always. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Keeping You in the Know with News, Happenings, and Facts. This afternoon, we present the headlines as they appear. Our telephone number is 914-600-4228. That is 914-600-4228. We're broadcasting on Inside the Zone with Lady D on the YouTube channel and on Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7 FM. The telephone number to call us is 914-600-4228. As always, my co-host is online with me. Go ahead, Chris Wilby. Do the usual as we always do.
Good afternoon once again to you listeners. Good afternoon to everybody tuning in wherever you're tuning to another program. All right, so let me be. We'll start on
Yeah.
Jamaica surpasses 200 murders in 52 days. With just 52 days gone in the year, Jamaica has already surpassed 200 murders. A total of 212 killings were recorded island-wide between January 1 and February 22nd, according to the latest statistics compiled by the police. This represents a 6% increase over the figure revealed, too, that shootings are only 9% this year. According to the figures, a total of 189 shootings were recorded up to Monday, an increase of 15 when compared with the corresponding period last year. The increased killings and shootings come amid the nightly curfews and other COVID-19 containment measures imposed by the government, which have largely restricted the movement of citizens. The latest crime figures show, however, a 46% drop in reported rape, an 8% decrease in reported robberies, and a 28% decline in reported break-ins.
Out of Rome in Italy, coronavirus cases in Italy are on the rise again, in large part due to the more infectious British variant, a top virologist warned in a newspaper interview published Sunday. His comments came as Italians in several cities ignored official appeals to stay at home to go out and enjoy the unusually mild weather over the weekend. Quote, "Obviously, I'm worried." End quote. Massimo Galli, a specialist based at the Sacco de Milan Hospital, told the Rome-based Daily 2 Messaggero. Quote, "The resurgence in infections is due in large part to the English variant. To be honest, all the data is going in the direction of a rise in new cases," he added. Although Italy's Higher Institute of Health, ISS, appealed to people on Friday to stay at home despite the forecast of milder weather, crowds packed the streets, parks, and seafronts in several cities. On Sunday, the variant cases of the virus on the rise, officials reclassified 3 more regions from the moderate risk yellow to the higher risk orange status. That has brought the number of total regions classified as orange to 9 out of a total 20, the rest being yellow. The change in status to orange means drastic restrictions on travel outside residence district and the closure of bars and restaurants. Some regions have even designated some parts of their territories red zones in a bid to isolate the worst hit areas. As of Sunday, Italy has registered 95,718 coronavirus deaths from 2.9 million cases.
The government has suspended approximately $7.9 million in its technical support to reduce teenage pregnancy during project the 2021 to 22 fiscal year. This expenditure is outlined in the 2021-22 estimate of expenditure, which is now before the House of Representatives. The project is being implemented by the National Family Planning Board and funded by the Inter-American Development Bank. Objectives of the project include contributing to the reduction in adolescent pregnancy in Jamaica, impacting adolescent sexual and reproductive health behavior. Let me read that again. Impacting adolescent sexual and reproductive health behavior change among adolescent boys and girls, increasing public awareness of the adolescent sexual and reproductive health issues, and increasing issues to sexual and reproductive health services and commodities for adolescents. Anticipated fiscal targets for the 2021-2022 fiscal year include continuing the provision of contraceptive commodities to adolescents, mothers, and facilitating project audit and closure. Achievements up to December 2020 for the project included completing the adolescent sexual and reproductive health training manuals and toolkits, and completing training for 60 healthcare workers and adolescent stakeholders to build their capacity to provide adolescent-friendly services.
Former U.S. President Donald Trump will give a speech later this month to a gathering of political conservatives in Orlando, Florida, a source similar with the plan said Saturday, his first extended public address since leaving the White House on January 20. The appearance is scheduled for Sunday, February 28, at the Conservative Political Action Conference, CPAC, one of the country's largest annual gatherings of political conservatives. Trump will be talking about the future of the Republican Party and the conservative movement, the source told AFP. He's also expected to challenge the disastrous amnesty and border policies of his successor, President Joe Biden, the source added. Trump, who was impeached for an unprecedented second time for his role in fomenting the January 6th assault on the U.S. Capitol, nevertheless remains a potent force in U.S. politics. 3/4 of Republicans want Trump to play a prominent role in the party, according to a poll from Quinnipiac University this week. Since reluctantly departing the White House on January 20 and ceding to Biden despite his constant but unsubstantiated claims that the election had been stolen, Trump has largely kept to himself at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida. Stripped of his Twitter megaphone, he called into friendly cable TV news programs this week after the death of conservative radio host Rush Limbaugh, musing on far-right channel Newsmax about the possibility of a future political run. Quote, "I won't say yet, but we have tremendous support. And I'm looking at poll numbers that are through the roof. Let's say somebody gets impeached. Typically, your numbers would go down. They would go down like a dead balloon, but the numbers are very good. They're very high," unquote, he said. And in perhaps a preview of what might come at CPAC, Trump issued a statement Tuesday ripping into top Republican Senator Mitch McConnell, who had delivered a scathing rebuke of the former president despite voting to acquit him of inciting an insurrection. Quote, "The Republican Party can never again be respected or strong with political leaders like Senator Mitch McConnell at its helm," unquote, Trump said in a statement. Mitch is a door-sullen and unsmiling political hack, and if Republican senators are going to stay with him, they will not win again. Biden, who is trying to steer the United States through the COVID-19 pandemic and an economic crisis, has tried to avoid discussing Trump, at one point calling him the former guy. Lawmakers from his Democratic Party have unveiled legislation to create a path to citizenship for 11 million undocumented immigrants, reversing Trump's hardline policies. Small numbers of asylum seekers, most of them Central Americans, forced to wait in Mexico under Trump, have also begun crossing into the United States as their cases are being processed.
The St. Ann police say they are closing in on a suspect who shot and killed a man in Philadelphia district on Saturday. The police revealed that the deceased was a suspect in the murder of a Chinese businessman in the parish over 3 years ago. Liebert Piper, a vendor, was shot and killed on Saturday, sometime after 6 p.m. in his community. Reports are that residents heard explosions coming from a section of the community, and some of the police, who upon arrival, found Piper lying on the ground with a gunshot wound to the upper body. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Piper, along with 4 other suspects, were charged with murder following the shooting death of a Chinese businessman in Brownstown in February 2018. He was on bail at the time of his death. Piper's death brings to 9 the number of murders committed in St. Ann since the start of the year. Last year at this time, there were 10 murders. On Monday, Superintendent Dwight Powell, who is in charge of the St. Ann Police Division, told the Gleaner that a prime suspect in Piper's murder is under the microscope. If he's a prime suspect, and when we find him, we will be able to solve it, the case, Powell said. He said information about the suspect will soon be placed in the public domain to garner assistance from the public. Meanwhile, the case involving the other 4 suspects charged with the murder of the Chinese businessman is before the St. Ann Circuit Court.
And finally, this evening, 20 minutes after 6 o'clock, after days of mass outages, some Texas residents now face huge electricity bills. Millions of Texas residents suffered last week when a winter storm caused a statewide electrical grid failure. But those who had power, even intermittently, are also paying a price, literally. Many residents face enormous bills for the electricity they used during the storm. Residents with variable rate power plans are being hit the hardest. Such plans charge different prices for electricity depending on how much demand there is. The more the demand, the higher the price. Variable rate plans are enticing to many people because the price of electricity is often low during normal weather conditions and because it theoretically allows people to use more electricity when the price is lower, for example, by running appliances overnight. But when a winter storm caused Texas Grid to all but shut down last week, the wholesale price of electricity skyrocketed. One of the most popular wholesale plans in the state is offered by the company Griddy. As the storm moved in, the company took the extraordinary step of urging its customers to switch to a different electricity provider. But it was too late for many residents. Switching electricity companies can take days, and in the meantime, the price of electricity increased dramatically. Griddy customers have taken to social media to post harrowing examples of electricity bills gone haywire. That's a wrap for our feature this evening of keeping you in the know with news happenings and facts, brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Denise Gomez, alongside my good friend,
Chris Rubin from Caribbean Vibes Radio.
Absolutely. Welcome, everyone. There is somebody on here who I've not seen for a while. And Pat and DL, they are teasing me in the chat room, saying how I look white. And I will not have it this afternoon. Chris.
Are they implying that you are you're rubbing? I think that's a good way to lead into the segment.
Lord, Lord, you heard what he's saying. So, of course, I just posted in our chat, ladies and gentlemen, the topic we are discussing this afternoon. Why is it that Black people in Jamaica or Jamaicans are still bleaching? And so Chris is wondering if that's why, this is the perfect segue into this feature. I tell you, stay with us. Our telephone number is 914-600-4228. Let's get the show on the road, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start talking. Maybe if I zoom you out a little bit, I won't look as white as you think I am. Anyway, whatever. So, alrighty. So, welcome everybody, and this is a topic that we have actually discussed it before, but I thought we should bring Sandra, stop laughing. But I thought we should discuss it again because it's the light girl. I thought we should discuss it again because it's Black History Month, and there is a psychological, Chris. There's a psychological reasoning, I believe, that is behind this whole beaching phenomena that has literally engulfed us pretty much. And here is an introduction, ladies and gentlemen, that I will be playing for you right now. And in the first 2 minutes, it's actually 46 minutes and 32 seconds. You don't even need that much. The first 2 minutes or 3 minutes will tell you a great deal why a lot of them in Jamaica are bleaching. Welcome to the segment Community Life. And in community life, we talk about real stories that affect people, okay? And wherever we can find the stories, we will bring them to you. Again, welcome to those of you on Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7. Our telephone number is 914-600-4228. Let's get the show on the road. Here is an excerpt of an interview done by Dion Jackson Miller out of Jamaica. Okay, so let me do this again for you because it's not likely that my online audience are really hearing this.
The following program is rated PG and is suitable for viewing by children without supervision.
Welcome to another edition of All Angles. I'm Dion Jackson here. We have a special program for you today. Over the years, we've heard lots about skin bleaching, both here and overseas. We wanted to document exactly what is happening and why. Take a look.
Let me tell you why I bleach. Me getting older every day. Some want look like a brightish. Some people bleach for them ugly. I want to get good looking. Some good looking and just greedy. I want more color. Like you brown and I have some brown like you, I still want to get brown. I mean, I don't know why, but to me, black want to get brown because I like the color.
How long you been bleaching? When you started to bleach?
Oh, Jesus, for Ambi days. You know what years that lady from me at school?
Long time from Bowman, 8th grade or 9th grade.
That sounds early to start. How come you started so early?
As I mean, telling you, so I'm going to the house with my sister. My sister do the thing, so I'm just trying to understand how I try it though. I want to try it work, but it's not a constant thing because I'm doing it all now. I don't know if I go straight through real thin out thing and I don't know. So I'm doing it all now. This minute more white, this minute more dark. You get me? So it's not a constant thing when I ever white.
It used to be more women having this interest in fixing up themselves, fixing up the skin, and now we have men and women who are moving towards it and seeing it as high fashion and style. Why you bleach? Me bleach? I don't know for the career when we in am. But when you're in them field of cosmetology, you have to have an image. And when you can't do ear, for you look like you can't do ear, they must stop on your foot. You have to have an image to draw the crowd, to navigate the people. If you have no image, them now look. People don't really have no image right now, you know. Why pebbles don't have no image? What's wrong with her? No, there's nothing wrong with her. She know. Not stop at pebbles now. Pebbles have to turn up the thing with the first. And then the people them say, yeah, so pebbles, she know that. That's why she start from now. We did black, 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 black. I was everybody brown. So they don't want to come brown too. And if you go full speed ahead, you may not see breakout and damages. Yeah, we used to bleach hard one time, and we brown out right through, so them come a brown you. When was that?
Okay, so, all right, ladies and gentlemen. So you heard at least 4 persons giving their reasons for bleaching, right? And Chris, Mr. Welby.
I am here.
Okay.
I am here.
So what is your take?
It's interesting. And every time we visit the issue or revisit the issue, we think about why. We ask the question, why?
Mm-hmm.
And these people, it's interesting. One of the persons, I think was the lady, said that she wants to get, when you want to get better looking.
Yes.
So I was thinking, is she saying that when you are black, you are ugly? Because if you want to get better looking, so you have to bleach.
Mm-hmm.
It means that the ugly is gonna be gone off of you once you bleach.
Mm-hmm.
And she further states that some people, they're greedy because they're already brown, so they don't need to get any browner.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel say it is definitely a psychological issue, and it is sad that in 2021, we're still going through that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is something that has come down from the Brahma Master days,
Mm-hmm.
And it has lived with us, and it is, I suspect it's going to be with us forever because we as a people, we are brainwashed into believing that the whiter is the better.
Yes. And that's that's very unfortunate, isn't it? Because have you ever really looked at some dark-skinned people and all you can say to yourself is, my goodness, look at the texture of their skin, how beautiful their skin is. Now, in Jamaica, we know we go through a lot of classism, right? And we feel that, and this is the reasoning behind it, The reasoning behind it is that the lightest shade people tend to get through life faster, right? Quicker, maybe, who knows? And so this is how the dark-skinned people see themselves, that in order for me to get ahead, I need to get brown like these people. That's the term they use. But why you think? Because not only are they damaging their skin, but then there is also some long-term effects. What the young man who spoke, he says that it's his sister he saw who used to do it. And so he started doing it too, but he doesn't do it all the time, he says. This minute he says he wants to look dark, next minute he wants to look brown. So they're so confused that they can't tell what they really, really should look like. And that is how God created them to be. So can you figure, today I feel like it's like changing your clothing. Today I need to wear a green top with a light green skirt. And tomorrow I should just wear white because I feel like it.
Different shades of blackness.
Right? Let's run to the phone line. Good afternoon. How are you? Welcome.
I am good, and you?
Hey, Ed. Nice hearing you. I'm fine.
Good afternoon to you, Craig. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Go ahead,
How are
Eddie.
you, sir?
What was the question, Eddie?
No, I'm listening to your program. I say the Bible, I blame the Bible, the first Bible. Like when we were going to school,
What
the
the Bible
Bible
do?
always have Jesus Christ as a white image.
Mhm.
That's no joke.
Okay.
And in those days, coming up, the white people have everything easier.
Mhm.
Even in the school, the teacher rate you more than the black one, your own black teacher.
Mhm.
And I went to a funeral a few weeks ago, and one of the girls that come was talking about what used to go on like her daddy.
Mhm.
Two daughters walking in the sun, one had on shoes, the other one was barefooted,
Yes.
and the daddy tell her, take off the shoes and give the brown one because he's too brown to be walking in the hot spot.
Oh, dear.
Let's talk about that.
Yes, and I
These things
understand that.
happen.
Mm-hmm.
And black people always have life harder in Jamaica. Everything when it's cold black, they call it cold black.
Mm-hmm.
You have life harder. Anyway, take it. Even to get a spouse. Okay?
I hear you, sir. Chris, you have a comment?
No, I hear you, ma'am.
Okay.
I think that's the general consensus.
Mm-hmm. All right, Ed. Nice hearing you. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Take care. All right,
All right,
ladies
thank
and
you.
gentlemen, we are discussing in our Black History feature here in Community Life, why is it that our Jamaican people, who are black-skinned people, continue to bleach? The other young woman who also spoke. Let's take a quick call. Good afternoon. Welcome to Community Live. We're talking about the bleaching phenomenon. What's your take? Hello. Yes, Pat. Hi. Thank you, Pat. Welcome, welcome as always, my dear.
Okay, yes. My take on the conversation is it's a psychological problem, I believe, with some folks. And I tend to agree with Chris on that note. Now, I remember when I was younger and being in Jamaica, there was no issue of racism, anyone wanting to be white. Okay? Because Jamaica is a country wherein we have so many different ethnic groups. But we have a problem with classism. You're either upper class, middle class, or, the underprivileged. But not being in Jamaica right now, I don't know what the element is. All I know is there are some folks who feel that they have to have a lighter complexion in order to excel. What about the folks who are dark skin and they are excelling? Because to be honest with you, when I look at some of those people who are bleaching, I don't want to use the word ugly, they're ugly. Because that's not even enhancing your personality.
Right.
You know?
Yes.
Because they become kind of like disformed, disfigured. They have
Yes.
to wear makeup and all like that.
Mm-hmm.
When you're a natural dark skinned black beauty, you don't need all of those enhancements.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now we see in the United States, we do have the issue when it comes to racism, wherein we know that the whites are treated quite differently.
Yes.
Now, 2 years ago, there was a case with this actress who paid off to have her two daughters, to be admitted
Mm-hmm.
in an upper Ivy League school. Then what about the young black kids who are privileged and they did not have that opportunity? So you see, even though one figure, if they're light, if they're white, they're at a better advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Education-wise, they didn't have the education. What about the black kids who have the education and they were deprived
Yes.
of this opportunity? So sometimes we have to be careful. I believe we have to be confident within ourselves. Be confident with who we are
Mm-hmm.
as an individual. That's where it starts.
Yes.
And once you're comfortable within yourself, then you will be accepted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I
That's
agree
just
with
my
you.
take. We must be comfortable within ourselves and
Yes.
within our skin. And leave the rest up to God. God created a rainbow of people. Not everybody's gonna be white. Not everybody. It's interesting when we go to Jamaica during the summer months. You know how many white folks are traveling as tourists trying to get dark
Oh,
in
yeah.
the way we look.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And here is it, we have our skin tone,
Mm-hmm.
and we are doing a disadvantage by bleaching. That is so dangerous for our skin and for our bodies. But I mean, who am I to say?
I
I
know.
am comfortable within myself. I
Yes.
know who I am, and I don't
Mhm.
want to be anybody else but me.
Thank you so much, Pat. Your input is always so highly appreciated. We thank you.
And thank you. I really appreciate the
Thank you,
time.
Pat.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks so
Thank
much.
you, Chris. How are you, Chris?
Chris, I think she was asking you how you are doing.
Oh, I'm doing fine. Thank you.
Okay. 914-600-4228. 914-600-4228. Our Black people in Jamaica are still bleaching. Now, another young woman from the clip here also said that if she didn't bleach, she wouldn't get any customers. She felt that she had to, because she does hair and all that. She felt that she had to start bleaching to attract people to come in to get their hair done. What kind of a fool something is that? I never heard any such thing.
But here's the thing, it might sound fool,
My God.
but the reality of it is that she might. I want to say the sad thing, because the sad reality is that she might be right. It's unfortunate, but she might very well be right that people are going for a certain look.
Mm-hmm.
Because they feel, according to her, they feel as if because she looked that kind of way,
Mm-hmm.
she must can do here.
Now, most of these
they will-
people, Chris, most of these
And
people are
bleaching has
downtowners,
nothing to do- Pardon me?
Most of these people are downtowners. So it tells you then how they are seeing each other. The mirror image that's going on there.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know, because now that you have people are now evolving right into their blackness, they're having their hair natural, right? Hair not processed. People are just finding themselves, I would say, in today's world. So those who are still bleaching are still going through a kind of inferiority complex. And many are deviating from that.
I don't see when you look here in America, I don't see African Americans bleaching. I see the phenomena in Jamaica.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't even know if I see it in other Caribbean islands or Caribbean countries. And I'm not saying a lot of people in those areas don't feel as if they are victimized because of their blackness. They
Right.
may very well be. But
Mhm.
the point is that this phenomenon is taking off in Jamaica. What is it about our culture that is causing people
Mhm.
to think so far? It's not even, because we know that people used to use ambi from way back when. So
Yes.
have a light skin or
Mhm.
what do you say, tone up their
Skin tone, yes.
whatever. But
Mhm.
we're talking about
Bleaching
people want to
cream.
become white,
There's the bleaching cream for that.
you know?
Yes.
Yeah, you want to
Mhm.
become white. So you from your head to your toe is white. Huh? It has gone way
Way-
beyond what it used to be.
Yes. Yes. And
And
it's
people are proud of it these days.
I tell you, and it's damaging to their skin. I mean, I remember
Mhm.
yesterday I was saying to you when I was just thinking of what we should talk about, and I said to you that it's almost like they don't look real, when they're so paled out because it's not their natural skin tone. They don't
Mhm.
look real. They almost have.
Yeah, because sometimes you can see even the veins.
Oh my God,
That's how, yeah, that's how terrible it is.
it's bad. It's really bad. But again, that is how they are rivaling each other. And the products that they're selling, the cost at which the selling is being done, there are those who they can't come out in sunlight. If you see them downtown and they're sporting their long sleeved shirts and sweaters and so on, it's because if the sun penetrates their skin, it starts to peel, wells start to form, it starts to leak. I had featured a doctor on here who spoke about that the skin reacts because that is not normal. We're supposed to lather our bodies, meaning to wash ourselves. We're not supposed to be um, massaging our skin with any kind of um, chemical, because chemicals are in these creams,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
to cause your body. And then there are those who wrap themselves in the plastic so that the skin can peel to get that clear layer that they're looking forward to getting, that they desire so much. That's a lot of work and dangerous work. We're wrapping up at 7 o'clock. The more I talk about it, is the more frightening it gets. I'm not lying. It frightens me. It
And the thing
frightens
about
me.
it, a lot of these people using these products, they have no idea the chemical makeup of these products.
Mhm. Because even Andrew is
Some of them
saying
don't
that.
care.
Andrew
They
says,
just want to know that it can do the job.
Andrea says, true, I have to force myself not to stare. You have to look at them because they look funny. They look odd. And if they would only accept themselves, because in the young man, he doesn't need it. If you look at his skin tone, he's not like black, as we would call each other jet black. He's nothing like that. But he feels that he needed to do it. 914-600-4228. We're wrapping up shortly. It's 13 minutes to 7 o'clock. Let's take a call. Welcome to our feature of Community Life this afternoon. Are you there? How are you?
Yes, Lady D, this is just a quick one. I agree with Andrea. When you look at some of them, they look like Casper the Friendly Ghost.
That is right. We apologize for that, but it's true. Yes, there's something odd about them, the way they look.
And you know, lady, we are in the country now. We will do anything to get some sunlight.
Right?
And they have some sunlight. And
Mm-mm.
here it is, they're teaching and they can't hear the phone. And we are not teaching and we want some sunlight in the worst
Possible way.
You know? This is a saying this and want.
Can't get it and get it, no want it. Absolutely, Pat. Thank you for reminding us. All right.
That's a good one. I'm glad I made you laugh.
Thank you. 914-600-4228. 914-600-4228. What's your take on this topic? Are you concerned? Do you know anybody who bleach? I don't know. You know, there's certain things we have to ask the question. Sorry. I just have to ask. No. I can't not no. I know somebody who used to bleach when I was younger, but not now. And that was the days when oh no. Sorry. I know people who used to do it and they never needed it either because they were light skinned. They started out using the Asepsa. Anybody know about Asepsa soap? That was a killer soap. Asepso. I remember that quite well. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know that.
You don't know Asepso? Yeah. And if you keep it on too long, you know, things start happening. But anyway, but we just wanted to, you know, tap into our blackness because God created us. If He had wanted us white, we could perhaps would have born in, you know, that Caucasian culture, or even born to white parents in our Jamaican culture, but we would still be considered white because our parents are white. Now, in some of us, most of us have a mixture in our genes, right? Some of us have Italian, some of us have German, we have French. We are mixed up, and if we, you know, my grandmother was half Syrian, half Jewish. And she married a black man. But daddy's gene is so strong that not all her children come out with, you know, flowing, curly looking hair like she had. So sometimes, too, when they are bleaching, they also tie it in to their biological makeup. Genetically, they think that if they get clear and they have a baby, it's going to come light skinned. So, you know, that's also the fallacy of this thing that make it more ridiculous.
It runs deep.
It runs very deep, which is also why when you see the guys calling to the light-skinned girls, even when I was in Jamaica, you know, you're passing, they say, boy, me want have a baby with you because you're light-skinned. They don't know what your generation is like. Maybe somebody down there is as dark as tomorrow. The child might come out black. What they're gonna say is not their child. You see what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And they feel that is you they want on their arm because you're light. You're light skinned. See, DL and Pat were teasing me earlier that may look white. No, it's just a lighter shade of brown. So as we wrap up, ladies and gentlemen, you know, we are concerned, man. Come on now. We need to stop. And people will tell you, oh, let the people them do what they want to do. Why? We have to talk about it. It's damaging.
Eventually, they're going to do whatever they want to do anyway. But that doesn't stop us from talking about it.
Yvette says, Chris is not only Jamaican, African is doing it as well. So see there?
Oh,
Chris said, oh, right.
I never thank you very much for that information. Eli.
Yes, she says Africans are doing it too. So as long as we can think that's what it is. And if you look into some of the African movies, you can see some of them bleach up. They're light subtle. And then if they don't even know how to do this thing, they leave the ears and the neck.
But people were not bleaching in real life. When you see them on Facebook and they do the what you call that, the brush up, you would believe that they're white.
Yeah.
Because they try to do everything
to make their appearance
to look
different,
white or to look clearer. Even in their pictures, if the picture look too dark, they have to brush it up because they don't want it to look too dark on it.
And I guess that is, they believe, and there are some markets for that. There are certain markets for that. How you look dictates if you get the job or not. It's just like some people, some modeling agencies and so on, they won't take you if you're too thin. So there's a market for that. And they won't take you if you have on a little too much weight, even if you weigh 125 pounds or 130. They tell you that's too much. Here is DL. So heal up DL, Chris, because DL hasn't been with us for a little bit.
Hi, DL, how are you?
Yes, he says DL said Africans big time, maybe even more than Jamaicans. See there now?
Oh.
Interesting, right? Take.
Yeah.
Well, that's our community life this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And I trust that those of us who appreciate what Pat says, when they go to immigration and they compare their pictures. Pat?
They grow, all you have to do is just see that they grow into the brown net.
Pat says when they go to immigration and they compare their pictures, then there's a problem. I never even thought of that. Lordy.
The boy is black, but they grow brown.
That's too funny. Lord have mercy. But yes, not at their expense, but it is really concerning. And I'm hoping that, that trend will break at some point in time. Break the trend. Break the trend.
Yes, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna hold out any hope for that though.
You don't think so?
I'm being realistic because they will listen to us right now talking about it and laugh and say, "Oh, we can't see that."
Yeah, may not stop. So, ladies and gentlemen, we want to.
If you buy no product.
So we want to throw it out there. Share with us what topic you would like us to discuss in Community Life next week. Those of you who are on YouTube channel, type it in there. What topic in Community Life would you like us to discuss? Let us hear from you. And those of you who are tuning in on 104.5, 101.7, let us hear from you as well. Call me before we get off. We have 3 minutes to go. 914-600-4228. What topic would you like us to present next Monday in Community Life? We'd like to hear from you. So, Chris, another program, and we did good, didn't we?
Yes, and before I go, I just want to remind people that we're coming to the end of Black History Month, but we also remember the history and try to keep it in perspective. One of the things I'd like to remind people is that Martin Luther King Jr. did not give his life. Because a lot of times you hear people say he gave his life fighting, but no, he did not give his life for anything. Martin Luther King Jr. was killed. He was murdered for fighting for equal rights and justice. So let us remember that. He did not give his life as a lot of people like to use the euphemism. He was murdered. All right, Lady D.
Yes, sir. Thank
Thanks
you.
again, and we will talk next week same time.
Absolutely. Blessings, Chris will be. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for our feature this afternoon of the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. And we had a good afternoon today, I believe. Hey, Aldith, 1 month for Black History is so insufficient. All right, Miss Aldith, I get you, but we live in our blackness every day, right? I believe so. Now, what I am asking of you, those of you who are on our YouTube channel, would you like to post a topic you would like us to feature for next week? We would just roll with you. We're making it, a family affair here. So we would invite you to suggest a topic that you would like to hear us discuss next week that you will be a part of. And those of you on 104.5, 101.7, we ask of you the very same. And looking forward to joining you next week when we do something else here in the sphere of Inside the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez. Did you know the show started June 5, 2008? And I have been consistent. And I believe I have grown into the role and still yearning to learn so much more. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. I do appreciate you so much and that you continue to participate in the program every chance you get, because that's what we do. So again, thank you for joining us. And right now, my show is brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx.
When you are hungry, come to Cooler Runnings Restaurant, located at 1802 Nereid Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx. We specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food.
Well, thanks to Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant for sponsoring the show, and to you, our avid listening audience, who are always with us. Thank you so much. As always, I always bless you to love yourselves, love your children, and remember in everything you do, it is the will of God concerning your life. So blessings to everyone. I'll be back on Thursday to do it all over again for you with Center Stage, a platform where voices are heard and people connect. And I'll be connecting with you. So bye, everyone. Take it easy. I am out of here in just a minute. And while I'm out of here, let us do something like this for you, just to take you out on a high.
You don't cry. There's no need to be ashamed of your skin. They won't tell you once it's a fact. You're not class, get it last. Keep it to your ear. You must have got me in the trap. 'Cause every time I keep coming back, it's they don't got one thing on you. They can't go just like you. On the whole wide world, you are beautiful. Oh my God. again. Lift your head up, lift it when crying. You don't have to worry, I'm gonna here by your side. You must have got me in a trap. 'Cause every time I keep coming back, they don't got a thing on you.
Number one radio station. For your listening pleasure.
Angelique Kelly singing Magic Girl. All you gotta do is give me the light. Available on major digital platforms, available February 26, 2021. Global Radio is playing tonight. Good music for you and yours, everything is feeling right. Yeah, yeah. I just can't fight this feeling. Global Radio is playing and I can't let go. Yeah, man, this is Get Washington. Global Radio is the number one in the land. Keep it locked. See?